As-salamu-alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. In today's video, I'm going to tell you some helpful du'as. So read with me from here. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The first dua is for the prayer for weak eyesight. So the dua for weak eyesight, you should read this dua. فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ فَبَصَرُكَ الْيَوْمَ حَدِيدٌ. This is the ayah of Quran. فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ فَبَصَرُكَ الْيَوْمَ. Or this dua 3 times after each and every prayer. Like 5 times a day we do the prayer, and after every prayer you need to read it 3 times and then blow it on your finger, and then touch that finger on your ear, on your eyes. Okay, touch your eyes with that finger, and inshallah you will feel better with that, and your eyesight will return. Okay, the next dua I'm going to teach you is for the patient who has diabetes. Okay, prayer for the diabetes patient, for the sugar patient who has a sugar. Okay, so you have to read this dua. ربي أدخلني مدخل صدق وأخرجني مخرج صدق واجعل لي من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. One time again. ربي أدخلني مدخل صدق وأخرجني مخرج صدق واجعل لي من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. So you have to read this ayah every day 41 times. Okay, and inshallah you will feel better with that, and your sugar will be in control, inshallah. So 41 times every day you have to read this ayah, and keep reading this ayah every day 41 times. Next dua is for the prayer for protection from evil eye. Okay, dua for the protection from evil eye. So you have to read this dua. وَإِنْ يَكَادِقُونَكَ بِأَبْصَارِهِمْ لَمَّا سَمِعُوا الذِّكْرَ وَيَقُولُونَ إِنَّهُ لَمَجْنُونَ وَمَا هُوَ إِلَّا ذِكْرٌ لِلْعَالَمِينَ. So you have to read this ayah. If someone has evil eye on you and you want a protection from that, so you have to read this ayah. Okay, 11 times you have to read this ayah. Okay, every day 11 times you read this ayah, and if someone facing this problem, you have to read it. Okay, and then blow it on that person. Okay, 11 times. I'm going to read it again. وَإِنْ يَكَادُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَيُزْلِقُونَكَ بِأَبْصَارِهِمْ لَمَّا سَمِعُوا الذِّكْرَ وَيَقُولُونَ إِنَّهُ لَمَجْنُونَ وَمَا هُوَ إِلَّا ذِكْرٌ لِلْعَالَمِينَ. Next dua is for the prayer for headache. So if you have a pain in your head, then you need to read this dua. Okay. لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون. You have to read 3 times this dua and then blow it on the head. Okay, if someone has this pain, then you blow it on that person. Okay, 3 times. Okay, so read this dua, it will going to help you. Next dua is prayer for the birth of children, or for the birth of kids. If someone has a problem with the kids, that he has no children, so he or she should read this dua. Okay. وَلِلَّهِ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ وَاللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Okay, so you have to read 41 times this ayah, 41 days this ayah, for like 300 times every day. So every day you have to read 300 times for like 41 days, and then blow it on anything, any sweet, okay, like a sugar or anything, on anything sweet. And then you have to, for, the husband should eat half of it, and the wife should eat half of it. Okay, so when they're going to read, inshallah, this ayah will help them, and I hope that they will have uh, kids soon. Okay, so you have to read this ayah for like 300 times for 41 days. The next dua is prayer for the spot on body. Okay, if you have a spot on the body, you want to remove that. Okay, so then you have to read this dua: musallamatul la shiyata fiha, musallamatul la shiyata fiha. So if someone has spot on the body, okay, then he or she should read 41 times, okay, on the medicine that you use to remove the spot, okay, and blow it on that medicine, and then after that use that medicine, and inshallah it will help you. Okay, 41 times you have to read it on that medicine. Next dua is prayer for the stone in kidney. Okay, so if you have a stone in the kidney and you have a problem with that, you have to read this dua for the kidney stone. وَإِنَّ مِنَ الْحِجَارَةِ لَمَا يَتَفَجَّرُ مِنْهُ الْأَنْهَارُ وَإِنَّ مِنْهَا لَمَا يَشَّقَّقُ فَيَخْرُجُ مِنْهُ الْمَاءُ وَإِنَّ مِنْهَا لَمَا يَهْبِطُ مِنْ خَشْيَةِ اللَّهِ وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ عَمَّا تَعْمَلُونَ. So you have to read this dua, okay? If someone has a kidney stone, you have to read this ayah. Actually, this is the ayahs of Quran that I'm telling you. So this is one of the ayah of Surah Baqarah. You have to read it like 41 times and then blow it on the water. Okay, every day you have to read it 41 times and blow it on the water, and then drink that water, and inshallah you will feel better with that. For indigestion, okay, so if you have a problem on that, you have to read this dua, okay, and you have to read this dua 7 times, okay, after every meal 7 times, and blow it on the milk, okay. وَبِالْحَقِّ أَنزَلْنَاهُ وَبِالْحَقِّ نَزَلَ وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا مُبَشِّرًا وَنَذِيرًا. One time again. وَبِالْحَقِّ أَنزَلْنَاهُ وَبِالْحَقِّ نَزَلَ وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا مُبَشِّرًا وَنَذِيرًا. So you have to read this ayah 7 times after the meal, and blow it on the salt, okay, and then after that you eat that salt, okay. So inshallah you will feel better with that. Okay, next one, prayer for the weak stomach. So if you have a problem in your stomach, then you have to read this dua. Actually, this is the surah which you have to read, Suratul Qadr. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. So you have to read Surah Al-Qadr 11 times and then on the water, okay, and then you have to give the patient who has a problem or who has a weak stomach, okay. 3 times you have to do that, okay. 11 times you have to read, okay, and 3 times you have to do it every day, okay. And for the 7 days you need to continue this, okay. 11 times you need to read, and 3 times you have to do read it 11 times and give the water for like 7 days, okay. Next dua, pray for the loss of apathy, okay. So if you have a problem this, then you have to read this dua. ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته وأن الله تواب حكيم. ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته وأن الله تواب حكيم. Surah Nur ayah. You have to read it like 21 times and blow it on the water, and then you drink that water, and inshallah you will feel better with that, okay. Next one, pray for the success in exam. If you want a success in exam, you have to read this dua. فإن حسبك الله هو الذي أيدك بنصره وبالمؤمنين. One time. فإن حسبك الله هو الذي أيدك بنصره وبالمؤمنين. So if you want a success in exam, you have to read this dua 7 times, okay. 7 times before you giving exams, or you have to read it 7 times, okay. Before you going to give exam, 7 times you read this ayahs and then start your exam, and inshallah you will have a success in exams or in interview or anything that you want to do according to Quran. This is the Quran ayah. Next one, prayer for the tooth edge, okay. So if you have a problem in your tooth, okay, then you have to read this dua, okay. هو الذي أنشأكم وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون. هو الذي أنشأكم وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون. So you have to put a finger on the top of that the teeth that you have a pain, okay, and then you have to read this ayah for like 7 times, okay. You put a finger on that place that where you have a pain, and then you read this ayah 7 times, and inshallah you will feel better with that. Next dua, pray for the pain in abdomen, okay. So if you have a pain in abdomen, you have to read this dua. ذلك تخفيف من ربكم ورحمة. ذلك تخفيف من ربكم ورحمة. So if you have a problem on that, then you write down this ayah on any paper, okay, and then tie it on your abdomen place, okay, and inshallah you will feel better with that, okay. Next dua is pray for the heart disease. If you have a pain in your heart, then you read this dua. الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. If you have a pain in your heart, you read this ayah for 41 times, okay, and blow it on the water, and then you drink that water, okay, 41 times on the water and drink that water. Inshallah you will feel better with that. Pray for the pain of stomach, okay. This is also another dua. If you have a pain in the stomach or in the belly, then you read this dua. لا فيها غول ولا هم عنها ينزفون. لا فيها غول ولا هم عنها ينزفون. Okay, you have to read this ayah for 5 times, okay, and then blow it on the tummy or on the belly. You will feel better with that. Okay, you have to blow it this ayah on the belly for 5 times. Okay, read this ayah 5 times and then blow it, then you will feel better, inshallah, with that. Prayer for the mouth sores. Then if you have a problem in your mouth and there is a source in your mouth, then you have to read Surah Duha. Okay, you have to read Surah Duha, starting with Duha. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. Okay, so if you have this kind of problem, then you read Surah Duha 41 times and blow it on any sugar or sweet things and then eat that thing. Okay, 41 times and eat it that, and then inshallah you will feel better with that. So this is today we in lesson. I teach you some du'as which is going to help you. Please like my video, subscribe my channel, and inshallah I will see you with a new video. As-salamu-alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.